What is going on, everybody? It is the Viking Weep here from the Bucket Brigade with the newest installment of our podcast series. This one is going to be called The Gentlest of Men. Now, let me give you a quick backstory. The Gentlest of Men started with a small friend group. I felt like I was the center of it, but I don't think that's the truth. So, you will see co hosts and guest stars throughout this entire podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to bring you the latest and greatest. I'm talking gaming news, I'm talking anime news, just shows or movies in general. We'll bring you the song of the week. Keep you in the loop on the Bucket Brigade podcast, No Name Gaming Twitch, and myself, the Viking Weeb, with our latest and greatest streams, podcast episodes, what to expect in the following weeks, what we're looking forward to. So, with that out of the way, I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm not going to do it every episode. I might, but I'm not. Probably not. So, let's get us started here. Oh yeah, PowerPoint, baby. So we got the song of the week. I'm going to go ahead and start off by saying the song of the week is going to be very consistent of one or two things. It is a song that either A, I have listened to repeatedly over the entire week. Too much. Too much to the point where it might put me on the spectrum if I continue to listen to this song. So right now it is Netty by Typo Negative. This is off the Life is Killing Me album, dropped in 2003. One of my favorites this week. I'm not gonna lie to you. But let's get into gaming news because that's what we're gonna start off with. Now I am going to admit I screenshotted a lot, and that's okay because I'm gonna give props here to the Valve Corporation, TM 2024. This is right off the Steam page here. So first off, let's just say Steam does these like random sales promotions and stuff like that. So just be on the lookout. October 14th through the 21st at 10 a.m. That will be their next big gaming fest. So I guess it's going to be featuring demos, which is good for my streaming channel because I do a lot of 1 through 10s with the latest and greatest of demos, what to expect from the latest games here. So let's move into what's going on in the gaming world here. All right, so Risk of Rain 2, it dropped Seekers of the Storm. It is already out. Please be on the lookout for that. I have played it. There is a stream the Bucket Brigade did. It was my first time playing Risk of Rain 2 in probably years, and I had a really good time. Top tier content, top tier game. I'm glad they're still making updates to this. Baldur's Gate 3 just released their patch 7. It came out today. So be aware they're going to be adding a lot of new classes from 5e. I know it's also going to be supporting more mods, which is really cool in my opinion. I've never modded Baldur's Gate 3, but apparently patch 7 is going to enable lots of modifications. You're going to be able to do a lot more as far as class building, customization. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to see that come through because that's what we wanted when we first saw this game come out. We wanted more 5e content. And I can't pass this up. So this is coming out on the 9th, okay? Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. For those of you that have not seen this in the news, you're lucky because the gaming world right now is just all over Warhammer 40k. And who's to blame them? This is, first of all, if you don't know anything about Warhammer, go ahead and sit you down with a 4-hour YouTube video of the lore of Warhammer 40k. 2, the Space Marine 1 campaign was amazing. I watched a playthrough of it, never got to play it myself, I admit. But this is really cool. And Space Marine 2 picks up right after. I don't know if it's literally right after. But Space Marine 2, be on the lookout for it. It drops on the 9th if you bought the Ultimate version or the Deluxe version. You can play it right now. I promise. You can play it right now. So go give it a try. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going over there. So catch me in the Orc Fortress. How about that? All right. Anime news. Now, I did screenshot this from Crunchyroll. So kudos to Crunchyroll, all right? I'm not going to read through all this. This is just more like a, hey, check it out. I'm going to just show you the latest news. But some cool things here to look at, right? We have Crunchyroll Games, right? No, I don't care about that either. It's fine. Let's move forward, okay? So as of right now, the latest, we got Tower of God Season 2. It is currently coming out episode by episode, week to week. We got Spy X Family, Code White, the anime movie. It streams today, 11 a.m. Well, yesterday. But it's supposed to be on Crunchyroll today. So my bad. It came out yesterday. Will be on Crunchyroll today. And then, if you're a dub watcher waiting for your dub episodes, episode 7 of The Bartender Glass of God English dub just came out. If you haven't tried this anime and you just need a relaxing something to put on in the background, this is pretty good. Especially if you like trying new, different alcohol, mixed drinks, stuff like that. Pretty good one, I'm not going to lie. All right. Currently, this is what I'm watching. I'm watching Tower of God. I'm keeping up with it. I'm trying to push through Demon Slayer. I've already read it. I can't stand the way the direction the anime is going because, I don't know. It's just not great. The anime and the manga aren't great. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I stand by it. 10 toes down. But, yeah. And then Kevin can fuck himself. I've been watching this with my wife, who, by the way, had a birthday on the 22nd of August. Happy birthday to her. I'm saying that now because I haven't made any content in between, just so we're all aware. I'm not a shitty husband. She can attest to that. I'll get her on the podcast at some point. I don't think she'll have her own little VTuber character or whatever, but if we can get that going, that would be really cool. And you can see how cool I really am, because my wife is who makes me look cool, because she's amazing. But Kevin can fuck himself. Super cool. Super cool. I don't like rom-com. I don't like comedy sitcom TV. I don't enjoy that shit. Everybody loves Raymond. I hated it. But I watched it because it was something, right? Kevin can fuck himself is like a really cool concept at the look of the suffering people go through in that sitcom lifestyle. Like, you can't talk to your wife like that. You can't tell your brother that. And it brings the cruel reality of those things into fruition and the consequences that befell families like that. Now, I will say, this show had me sitting there thinking, hey, you could just do this. Hey, you could just be smart and do this. But I get it. The concept of the show is there. I enjoy it. It is definitely worth a watch. At minimum, you have to watch season 1. All right. So we are getting to the end of the podcast. I know. This is crazy because I barely talked. So Talking Corner is normally going to be filled with guest stars, co-hosts, and us just going over anything we want to really dig into before we do our outro. But one thing I definitely want to touch on every Talking Corner is, what can you expect to see from the Bucket Brigade stream and podcast, No Name Gaming on Twitch, and the Viking Weeb with my podcasts and my streams. So, what you can expect to see is most likely this weekend, the Bucket Brigade will be streaming the DLC content for Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree. So be on the lookout for that. We do actively stream on Twitch. So if you have seen us on YouTube or if you watch me, I have all the links in my profile. Go over there and click on them. That way, if you click on them, you get that little bell notification. I will personally send you a text message every time we go live, or whatever kind of notification you want. I'll do that. Now, as far as the Viking Weeb content, you can expect to see more of this podcast. I will be doing it solo. I will be doing it with Bucket Brigade members. I will be doing it with friends or family. But I'm going to get as many episodes as I can. The goal is to do at least one a week. But if I start making it more popular of a show, we're going to dive into 2 a week, in which we'll look at Monday and Friday. So that'll cover the weekend and the entire work week. So with that being said, No Name Gaming should be this Friday, right around, I want to say morning time. I think between like 7 or 8. I believe he's doing the Evil Within campaign on Twitch, so be on the lookout for that. Once again, his information should be linked in the bios and description. If not, go ahead and comment down below, and I will make sure I send that to you or have him personally send that to you. And I promise, I will do that. I will. So, without further ado, I appreciate you tuning in today. This has been a great, solid episode. I've been your host, the Viking Weeb, and this is the gentlest of men. Thank you.